Elon Musk revealed something strange about space aliens. SpaceX aims to land humans on Mars, but perhaps the company and its founder Elon Musk haven't considered the possibility of living species existing on Mars or its nearby planets. Even if scientists and astronauts can safely land on Mars or Moon, no one knows if aliens may one day come from any of the planets and wage war on people living on the Moon or Mars, leading to a conflict between aliens in space and humans on Earth. A scenario similar to what occurred in the movie Prometheus 2 or Beyond Skyline. In today's video, we'll talk about the strange things Elon Musk disclosed regarding space aliens. This is TechSpace. If you're new here, we specially invite you to join many of our lovely fans. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. It motivates us to produce more fantastic content like this, and you'll have a lifetime access to all of our high-end tech videos. We don't know if what is presented in extraterrestrial movies is true to life, but given Elon Musk's intentions to control Mars, we should think again. Humans have never stayed on Mars for more than 3 months, but if we start living on Mars, there may actually be other living beings living in space known as aliens that may be predominant on Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, or any other space planets. But the underlying question that has been eating at our thoughts for a long time is whether or not aliens exist in space. Now, let's get this straight. Despite extensive space exploration, scientists have yet to discover any evidence of life outside our planet. We humans are preoccupied with the concept that we are not alone, and that there are other intelligent life forms out there in the universe which can interact with us, or possibly eliminate us. But if there is life out there, why have we not heard from them? Let us hear firsthand how an astronomer suspected the existence of extraterrestrial beings. An astronomer named Frank Drake produced a computation in 1961 that projected the existence of millions of civilizations out there amongst the stars. He constructed an equation known as Drake's equation, which can be used to infer assumptions, but it is just served to fire our interest. Are we merely a speck in the rest of the universe or a cosmic zoo? Drake pointed a radio telescope at 2 nearby stars and waited for the hotline to ring. Instead of intelligent messages, he received static and interference from a classified military experiment. Nonetheless, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, or SETI, was established. Then, on August 15, 1977, another SETI program detected a short radio signal from the constellation Sagittarius. The astronomer analyzing the data at the Big Ear telescope that day, Jerry Amon, was so enthusiastic that he jotted "wow" in the margin of the printout. So far, the "wow" signal has been our most promising indicator of alien contact. However, waiting for ET to call home is like standing by a payphone and waiting for the phone to ring, as was common in the early days of communications. Perhaps we should make the first move. Drake tried another tactic by sending a radio message to a globular star cluster. Known as the Arecibo message, it demonstrated to possible aliens our DNA structure, solar system, and some of the biochemicals of terrestrial life. Drake described how his team conducted the experiment, saying, "We also attempted sending aliens a greeting on board space probes Pioneer 10 and 11, which featured photographs of humanity and directions to our planet. Then, in 1977, we sent a more ambitious message to the Voyager probes, complete with music and graphics. We also brought a mixtape of some of our favorite songs by Bach, Beethoven, Louis Armstrong, and Chuck Berry to impress any friendly life forms, or at least those with ears. If it doesn't persuade them to contact us, perhaps this image of people eating, licking, and drinking will." Unfortunately, at the end of all the practice, no aliens showed up, he said. Aliens may have learned a lot about us by now, including what we need to survive and how to contact us. And you might be asking if broadcasting our whereabouts all across the cosmos is really a good idea when we don't know who's listening. SETI researcher Dan Wertheimer described it as shouting in a wilderness before you know if there are any tigers, lions, and bears. Worse, these aliens may be armed with planet-destroying interplanetary rockets. Nobody could perfectly tell about that. Leaving aside the topic of whether or not humans should attempt to contact aliens, are we even doing it correctly? These extraterrestrial species may be millions of years old, so our radio transmissions may appear as ancient to them as the first iPhone, a train powered by coal, or even the first rocket launched into space. However, every now and then we hear reports of space alien sightings in various parts of the Earth. The majority of the time, these sightings are false alarms. Others are still a mystery. We have only scraped the surface of the cosmos, which is endless, and as a result, the likelihood of discovering alien life is very high. A NASA scientist has attempted to answer the question of whether aliens exist or not. This is a tremendously intriguing subject, one that scientists have been trying to understand and investigate for a very long time, says Dr. Lindsay Hayes, an astrobiology specialist. Yet they have not discovered life on any other planet. She also stated that NASA is looking for indications of life beyond Earth, and in fact, the United States Space Agency has dispatched 5 rovers and 4 landers to Mars. Moreover, their orbiters, which are mounted with extremely high-resolution cameras, continue to scan the Martian surface. Despite this, only a small portion of Mars has been explored. The more they investigate, the more they learn about the many habitats in which life may survive. If the Perseverance rover on Mars eventually finds any life forms walking or flying on Mars, NASA will definitely notify us here on Earth. Many people have proven that life exists outside of Earth, and it's just a matter of time until NASA discovers it. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Blue Origin, has a perspective that contradicts Drake's results. During Our Future in Space event at the Washington Cathedral, presented by the Paul and Nancy Ignatius program, Jeff Bezos stated that he envisions humanity living in spaceships outside of Earth, whilst Earth would become our mother home. How can there not be aliens? There are so many stars in this galaxy alone, and so many galaxies, that the odds that we are the only intelligent life in the universe seems small to me, said the world's second richest man. When he spoke about the possibility of these beings visiting Earth, his blunt answer was, "I highly doubt it." Jeff added that the aliens are most likely incredibly evolved and have no desire to leave their solar system. "I think we would know if they had," he said. So what about Elon Musk, the #1 billionaire on Earth? What has he thought about space aliens? Let's find out. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk recently presented new information of Starship MK, the company's massive reusable launch system, in front of a jubilant gathering of SpaceX employees, guests, and members of the media in Boca Chica, Texas. However, the topic shifted to alien life. During Musk's interaction with the media, an unknown media personnel abruptly questioned Musk whether it is true that space aliens exist. Elon Musk responded to the question directly, saying there is still no sign of aliens in space. "As far as we know, we're the only consciousness or the only life that's out there. There might be other life, but we've seen no signs of it," Musk said. Given SpaceX's clear aspirations to bring humans to the surface of Mars, it's no wonder that Musk is contemplating the possibility of intelligent alien life. People frequently ask me, "What do you know about aliens?" And I'm like, man, I tell you, pretty sure I'd know if there were aliens. "I've not seen any sign of aliens," Musk responded to the journalist. Certainly for now, there may be no paradox or evidence of living creatures in space, since scientists have not revealed such information from the beginning of the period of space research. As a result, it is possible that there are no illusions and we are truly alone in the universe. Or, if space aliens may exist, could it be that they are ghosting us for now? Perhaps aliens have a policy of avoiding interfering with less developed creatures, similar to the Prime Directive from Star Trek. Musk is neither an astrobiologist nor does he do research in a discipline related to the quest for alien life. So I'm not convinced that Elon Musk is the only person who knows anything about aliens. Nonetheless, he's a strong player in the spaceflight industry, and for those who are curious, he has found no proof of alien life. Have you ever considered the possibility that aliens exist in space, as shown in the movies? Please do well to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Until next time, please like, share, subscribe, and whilst you're still around, why don't you click on one of those flashing videos on the screen for more content?